as he was being shot. I mean, it sort of presents
where,
a
like, I think
two-part.
yeah.
It's like a
That's
two-part.
where I think
like,
it's even worse. He wasn't just committing a crime. He went there being
right.
shot. The officers try to arrest him, so he flees.
Yeah. In this situation, I probably wouldn't have, but I also like I don't think the officers involved here have bad intentions. I think this really comes down to a judgment call at the end of the day. I think it could be swayed in either direction. I see your point. I also see theirs. If you truly break it down, I do think you're correct. They never shot anyone. They did utilize their class 2 to aim at someone, probably threaten them just to get keys to a car and attempt to escape. But also, there's sort of like a factor that doesn't negate what happened, but does make it like the only reason he was there was because he was being shot and went to go and seek shelter, type deal. I probably wouldn't have with that context. But I also wouldn't. I wouldn't
it
judge
more
someone
makes me
who
think
did.
of, like, you know, any of these banks hostage situation. We don't just open fire as soon as the people flee.
That is true. However, we do get incredibly aggressive if individuals are taken hostage directly in front of us. Now, does that mean we open fire? No. But you know, there is heightened aggression. You know, PBS off rip.
Absolutely. And like that's where, like, I just feel like it was just in a very big jump of escalation of force.
I agree.
Where pursuing and
I think in an ideal
getting aggressive
world,
right away made sense.
The best way to handle this situation would have been like, again, his intent wasn't to harm anyone. If it was,
he would have.
Yeah, he 100% would have. He wouldn't have been screaming for help, unless that was being utilized as a means of like, you caught me. You know, trying to make an excuse while realistically he was trying to like ambush someone, for example. I don't think that's the case, but hypothetically, I think best course of action here would have been pursue him, PBS off rip, make it clear if that gun is out at any point in time moving forward, he's being shot, no questions asked.
I was gonna say, even like they didn't even really ask for him to put the weapon away. They just went straight to the shooting. Except like the one time I think they said in MRPD.
Let's see. Yeah, it seems that the primary warning was if you get in the vehicle, you're going to get shot.
Yeah.
Now, in saying that, if there was an injured body in the area, 1,000%, I'd be opening fire, no questions asked. Like, at that point, all bets are off. Like, I will make that judgment call, but like, if that wasn't the case and we didn't hear shots being fired, like, it becomes more complicated. Regardless, though, in this situation, I would definitely argue that there wasn't bad intent, but it probably could have been
handled better.
Yeah.
It's just like things like this. I read a lot of reports when I come on duty. I'm only on duty on the weekends. It's just a lot of times it's officers can't articulate why they're doing what they're doing, and sometimes a lot of unnecessary escalation of force, and sometimes not enough escalation of force. It just seems like the reasoning of officers, they're struggling to figure out when they should and shouldn't do things.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, hell, someone brought up the other day vehicles used as weapons, and it's one of those like unique situations where there's typically just confusion. And what I mean by that is, in Academy for Shift 3, I've always sort of brought up like a quiz-related question where the hypothetical is someone ran over an officer with the vehicle during a pursuit, and it was intentional. It is called out on radio that you're clear to open fire on said vehicle because they ran over an officer with intent. But the vehicle gets disabled as a result of shooting the vehicle. What do you do? And there's always a mix. It's never one answer. It's always a mix of, well, if the driver is you know, still up, they get shot down, and then there's the other portion who's like, well, the weapon was the vehicle, and the weapon's no longer part of the equation, which is the appropriate answer.
Yep.
If the weapon if the weapon in that case was the vehicle and the vehicle is disabled, then we do stop shooting. However, to be clear, in these situations, it's like a car warranty, okay? It's the driver or the vehicle, whichever one comes first. It's 3 years or 36,000 miles, whichever one comes first. That's when that ends. But here's the tricky part. Once we open fire, they almost never surrender. They will get out and immediately open fire. So yes, unfortunately, in an overwhelming majority of situations, we do continue to open fire because they don't just get out and put their hands up. However, if they did, they would be allowed to continue to run as long as they're not displaying any other weapons. If they are displaying a weapon and they don't put it away, they're going to get shot. Straight up. But if their
I think
hands
the
are
biggest
up,
thing is officers can't articulate why we're doing that. That the car is the deadly weapon, and that's where their reasoning is getting thrown out.
here's the
because
tricky
they're
part,
just
though.
following orders and they're not
Exactly, but
thinking for themselves.
the communication of that order is so important, because if the only thing heard over radio is you're clear to open fire on that vehicle, and there's nothing else, and people don't have the context as to why, we can't just be calling out, we're clear to open fire. It's that individual ran over an officer with their vehicle. The vehicle's the weapon. You're clear to open fire. If the driver goes down first, great. If it's the vehicle that gets disabled first, which is the weapon, stop opening fire. Now, we can't communicate all of that over radio, but it's essentially shoot the driver, but if the vehicle's out, stop shooting unless they return fire. That is it. End of story.
Yep.
But we don't word it that way. We word it...
Yeah. I think officers need to also utilize 311 a little bit more for some of these. That's why it's
I
always good to
agree,
have
but
two
it's
people in the
so
car.
difficult to see sometimes, especially in pursuits.
If
Like,
there's a lot going on.
it actually something got brought up today that I really want back. I want 911s and 311s as dispatch alerts.
Yes.
Because we can't make cards outside of predetermined dispatch cards that come up.
Dispatch alert, yeah. I believe, if I remember right, I asked for that specifically a long, long time ago. But I feel like maybe now might be a little more reasonable for them to work on dispatch.
Possibly, because we had a situation at the Maze Bank where we got like a 911 or 311 about a hostage being at the back. And we were there, I'm not kidding, maybe 25 minutes or so before the dispatch alert even went off. But like, we didn't have a card made. And we can't edit a card to say something specific, so we took a card. You can add a note to a card, but it was like, we'll just assume a 37 that I put a note, which we don't ever use those notes, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I think if we had dispatch, it could be very useful, because the note section, look at your active calls right now. Do you see the robbery in progress?
Yeah.
See the little note where it's ...
Yep.
I don't know if that extends to multiple lines, but you can put anything within that field. Imagine interference cars with plates were called out in a situation like that. I think that'd be fucking sick, but not practical if we don't have dispatch to be able to do it. But yeah.
There really isn't dispatch ever, is there?
No, unfortunately not. It's very rare, which sucks, because having dispatch around is so nice, but I mean...
Because I was riding with a PPO the other day, and he was talking about, he was like upset Blaine County was staying up in Blaine County, and I was like, I have no problem with that. If they're on a different channel, they patrol their area, they need help, they ask for 77s, we help them. Same thing down here, we patrol down here, we need help, ask for 77s. As long as, they support when needed, I feel like that works. And if we had a dispatcher to help manage some of that, it would actually be amazing.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. So, anyways, TLDR, I hope Turner takes it to court so we can finally get clarification. I think Turner is someone who can look at it and go, even if I don't...
He's not doing it for his own personal gain as much as he'd be doing it for the PD, for that clarification.
And I think he will do it for the PD. That's my hope.
Good.
And if I can't convince him alone, I hope we can pull him into a group meeting or something and convince him to do so, because I think it's very important that it gets clarified.
And that's the thing, framing it, and because I think his biggest issue is he's not going to want it to be seen as he is upset that he lost his position, because I don't think he would be. He's very stoic. I think if he frames it more as there needs to be clarification on the, the boundaries of this appointment of chief.
Yeah,
And
and
the
I
only way
think
to get those boundaries is to challenge it in legislation.
Yep, and I think the massive thing that we have in our argument for that is ACRs. There truly is a
Direct
uh,
oversight.
a, a mechanic, if you will, in order to remove someone in said position.
Right.
Yeah, and it mentions like any and all possible consequences can be utilized either solo or in conjunction with any other consequence. It states if the Department of Justice is convinced that the failing is so egregious that lesser corrective options are unable to provide sufficient response, they can be removed from office. They can be told to correct certain things. There could just be the identification of where the points of failure were, and then sanctions, and they can be monetary depending on losses. So this tells me that the mayor can utilize this to get rid of whoever they put in charge, but until then, they need to fuck right off.
I 100% agree.
I can't wait, because you know what the inevitable thing is going to be. Well, if I can appoint someone, then I need to be able to remove someone. Great, sure. ACR, good luck. Until then,
you have to
lose
go through
my
the process
fucking
to
number.
ACR, yeah. If the position is vacant, then you can appoint someone.
We lost them.
100%. I'm of the same mindset.
Oh no.
Which will be interesting. It probably won't even get solved this mayor term, but it will probably solve a lot of headache in the future for both Lane County and LSPD.
Yes, I brought that up as well. Because they're written exactly the same, it would have to apply to both, even if only one of them is being argued.
Yep.
Because the power of one matches the power of the other.
Of the other, yeah.
So, unless it, funnily enough, unless Los Santos County truly does have no power because the power is given to within Santos. Who knows?
Within Santos.
Yeah, do you know that the DOJ, oh my gosh. Falconer told me that the link to the jurisdiction map was not accurate because the image host of the link that was in there went down and hadn't been updated because no one wanted to be the person to change the Constitution without approval of the state, which, in my opinion, valid, very valid concern. But it's crazy that we got to a point where the contents of the Constitution were untouched because the link was a footnote, and only the footnote needed to be adjusted. So I made sure the appropriate parties were contacted so that could at least be updated. But like, I hate how much we are so against, I don't want to say so against changing the Constitution, but I think we very clearly identified problems, which is the mayor and their meddling with the police departments, and how that should just straight up be gone.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it was changed to include that. People are just too scared to make those big changes or push for them.
Well, people are too scared. Well, actually, I don't want to say people are too scared. I think McNulty, while he probably hates court, probably would have, but like, it's kind of just been the norm of like someone else gets selected and you kind of just step down. You accept it? Yeah. It's been the norm. It always has been. Even though it shouldn't have been. And people are, again, we're jumping to conclusions. And I'm a firm belief that if it's not written down, actually, let me rephrase this. There's a letter of the law and the spirit of the law, and I'm an atheist, so Letter prevails.
I mean,
spell it out for me.
I do 100%. I'm gonna speak from experience here. 100% understand people's, you know, hesitation towards, because you get a mountain of issues if
Oh,
you try to
1000%.
speak out against some of these issues.
Uh-huh. No, I agree. I agree. But also, fuck this Michael guy. Okay, did you see the docket where he was trying to clap back at my husband?
I did not.
Oh my, you need to pull it up right now.
Which one is it?
So it's on the government website docket. He posted one moment. Let me find you the situation here.
Is it a court case?
Yeah, well, it was a bill being introduced.
Okay.
So it is under City Hall in the closed section.
Okay.
And it's post number 11. Now you'll see there's a lot of writing in there, but there's one portion of it that I want you to look at.
What's it called?
It is
Okay,
called
activate the...
Bill CH 29197, State Marshals Director Appointment and Oversight
Made a right
Amendment.
in turn westbound on Richmond Street.
So essentially, my husband, who was part of the Marshals when this came up, appealed this. And Michael, the mayor, wrote, "Should this contest be accepted, I humbly decline arbitration and encourage this matter to go immediately to public vote. Let Mr. Dark feel the full weight of democracy pressing against him, not at the tip of the spear, but at the tip of the pen wielded by the highest power in this great state of San Andreas, the voters, the people." He lost that vote.
That's hilarious.
So when I tell you it has taken every fiber of my being not to commission an artist in the city to get his photo, his head specifically, being stepped on by a shoe, and that shoe being labeled the full weight of democracy,
that would
aka
I'm
the
picturing
people,
that.
my goodness.
Get it painted on the side of the courthouse.
The amount of money I would pay that I don't have, my goodness. I can't
that would be
imagine how
beautiful.
his conversation with Turner went when he removed him from the position. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
How you doing?
Bad? Like horrible? Shouldn't you supposed to be here? Where is it? What?
No, we weren't here to get our vehicles fixed though. Now that I'm thinking about it, do I need mine fixed?
Where did you say you was doing repairs? I thought it was here.
Oh fuck,
No, we were just chatting.
mine does need like a 3 across. Holy fuck.
Oh wow!
Holy
Maybe that's
fuck.
why it's-
Oh, I also need another. There ain't no. I just got an engine replacement.
Oh,
Drive like a crazy person.
yeah. What's going on with your driving? What?
It's not my driving. I swear. I swear. Wait, do you do repairs?
No.
Oh fuck. Is one moment.
He was going to do one for someone, so
All right, I'm calling Junior.
yeah.
Hey, Rhodes.
So you can
Hey,
just
are you
hang out
available
around
for
here?
repairs?
I can in just a minute, yeah.
Okay. So I'm located on Elgin, right off of Spanish at the. This used to be called Stroke Masters. I don't know what it's called now.
Exotic Auto or whatever.
Yeah, Auto Exotic. Yep.
Alright, yeah, I'll be there in just a minute.
Okay, perfect. Oh wait, I also do you do engine replacements?
I'll have to see if I have any on me.
Okay. If you don't, no big deal. It's in like the mid 80s, so kind of like when I need a one across, it's kind of bad. Yeah, if you are able to, I'd appreciate it.
Alright, yeah. I'll be there in just a few minutes.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.
So, Ruby's the chief now.
Correct.
It makes me wonder what the mayor was going for, because I
Interim.
assume a softer
chief.
PD. Because Ruby was always somebody who had trouble really making the hard decisions.
I
She has a
mean,
bleeding heart.
while I agree, this was always during a time, and I'm gonna say this, and you'll likely know exactly what I'm talking about. This was always during, also during a different time where high command didn't necessarily have all of the decision making ability. And that was kind of very apparent. Same with Barrick, right? Like, she was assistant chief of police. Barrick was chief of police. Barrick wanted to do something and stated he would do things, but, you know, he became the mayor and then couldn't. So it became very apparent that, you know, there wasn't only one power calling the shots there. In saying
Believe
that,
me, I lived and breathed in that.
I know that all too well. Despite that, that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. So my hope is that she does feel empowered to do the things that she feels is appropriate. I don't know how the mayor is going to determine the long-term chief.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 second. Hello.
Hi, Rose. Question. Can you re-pull up that subpoena I got you to look at for me and see, and can you see if it's rolled back for you as well? Because for me, it's fucked itself and deleted everything I did.
The one that I already signed?
Yeah.
Everything is in there. Oh wait, is it just showing like the pretext, like enter text or whatever it says, like before anything's in a report?
Nope. When I just went into it fresh from reports, and the entire thing seems to look like it's rolled back.
No. So what can you actually see? Like, what does it say within the body?
It says records for, then it says the notebook, then it has the other thing I copied and pasted over. It doesn't have the statement of probable cause, like all of that's been deleted, and the one that I can see.
No, I see all of that. Just to verify, 31411.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I see it all as it was before.
Okay. I'm just hoping it's my end that's fucked up then.
Probably. My recommendation when this happens, you know, on a browser outside of the MDT, try to open it up and see if it loads properly. I have found that, like, if it's only showing the original formatting of a specific kind of report, or whatever, like, the text is when there's pretty much a blank report, it's just not loading properly for whatever reason, and that's been a more common thing in the past month.
Oh yeah, the
Okay, 'cause
disappearing
I've
reports.
had many a times where it's rolled back, and some people can see it and others can't.
If judges, oh, was I supposed to ping a judge? Whoops. One moment. Okay, I just pinged a judge. I'm also gonna let them know that there might be an issue with viewing it. All right, I did let them know that you are unable to see the contents of it due to MDT issues, but it's displaying fine for me, and to let me know if they have any problem seeing it.
Easy, thank you so much.
No problem. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Bye.
All right. If it's not one thing, it's another.
Yeah, that MDT issue I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
I just pull it up on my phone when I have that problem. As you know.
Same. It resolves itself, but like sometimes you just have to sit there and wait.
Yeah,
It's,
I'm not impatient.
sure.
I'm not a patient person sometimes.
I don't blame you. Yeah, when I want something, I want it now. Oh, let me pop the hood again. Sorry. There we go.
How are things up in Blaine County?
Good. Good for the most part.
Want to stay up?
I don't the hood struts must be a little wonky.
I'll work around it.
Appreciate it. Things are pretty good. No complaints. Come over here. Come over here. Junior, nothing against you. It's just internal stuff. Okay, so I'll give you sort of a quick update. As of yesterday, my husband left the Marshals.
I did see that.
He-
Gunna Kane is the replacement.
Yes. He inquired about a job in the BCSO, and I immediately said yes. Like, there'd be no reason not to. I've also sort of been given full control, with the exception of like assigning someone to a command position. Full control over Shift 3, because Shift 3 has always been.
Shift 3 is a whole nother world.
Yeah, like, it's not practical to have the same. I don't want to say standards, but like recruitment expectations of requiring, like, right now all of BCSO and Shift 1 and 2 require high command approval in order to be brought in. I have not taken a captain role, so I'm not high command. So all hiring decisions are pretty much going to be mine. I hired my husband. Despite that, well, I didn't hire him yet officially. I'll do so tomorrow when he's around. I told Frost, and Frost was like, okay, he's coming in as a PPO. And I was like, huh? That's a little wonky. It makes no sense not to bring him in as a full deputy, but like, why? And he's like, well, there's currently, I don't know if it's impeachment stuff or ACR stuff, in addition to some other things that should hopefully be resolved in a week, but he pretty much wanted all of that stuff to be concluded, and he wants to have a personal conversation regarding how there's a difference between the Marshals and the BCSO operate, which is understandable. But I'm still a firm belief that those conversations can be had with Richard as a deputy and not a PPO.
A full officer, yeah.
Now, to be very clear, I don't think Richard is going to complain about being a PPO in the slightest. He's not someone who cares about rank or anything to that extent. It's just, in my opinion, unnecessary red tape. But I also can acknowledge that this is a unique situation. I would have offered the exact same thing of someone going from LSPD to BCSO, the full deputy position, as long as they're in good standing, don't have any issues.
I think the only difference of the Marshals, though, don't they not have to do any PD training?
While yes, we're also talking about my husband, who has been high command in the past. You know, it's
Oh, okay.
like-
That's different then.
we're not talking about someone who had never been a cop prior to. You know, it's not someone who we have to sort of explain the norms to. He's well aware of it. You know, like he has responded to countless calls while we're on duty. You know, responded to many 78 calls. Like, he knows the day to day.
It sounds almost just like a little bit of a power move on Frost. But also, like, PPO, the way they are now, like, PPOs pretty much are full officers, like, under observation.
Pretty much, yes. But he just wanted to clarify certain things with him and have that conversation. The thing is, I can respect the decision. While I don't agree with it, I can at least respect it, and ultimately, I'm gonna follow through with it. It's just it's a tricky situation, because if this had been anyone else, I would have fought tooth and nail. And I know it sounds backwards that I wouldn't do that for my husband, but it's because the situation is not only so unique, but also, this is not going to come up again, is the thing. That's the reality.
Yeah, this is like a one-time.
Yeah, and
very unique.
Mm-hmm. And also my husband, so like
It's a little hotter because you're the one fighting.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I appreciate it. Were you able to get an engine, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Do you need anything from me?
Right up top.
No.
Nope. I've got
Perfect.
this.
Glad to
Appreciate you.
Hi, Victor.
Glad to see your car isn't getting towed this time when you're fixing cars.
I would just do that.
All right. Well, it was good to catch up with you, Rhodes.
You as well. I gotta get going here shortly. I'll probably respond to one call, if that.
Okay.
Hey,
All right, take
Victor.
care.
Yeah, I just had
What's that?
one to the in. It was just me. Right now, responding to the innocence robbery.
Oh.
Yeah.
It seems as though
It's
people are
alone?
coming on duty. Yeah, I mean, it's a weekend. It
Yeah.
is what it is.
And we are between shifts, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Shift one coming soon to the rescue.
There's going to be a decent amount of shift oneers that aren't going to be around. You know, there's typically something in about an hour.
Oh yeah. I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, York was talking about it. And some people looking for their path. Yeah.
Something like that. Something like
Yeah.
that. I'm going to get out of here. Have a good one. Okay. The car is turning atrociously. Why?
Red lights. It's a good day.
Why is this turning so bad? It only turned well there because we were doing like 50. No, it's like actually... I kind of want to pull the parts out of this and put them back in. Three lanes? What is happening? Don't know.
Will this one talk to us? Hello?
Hey,
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, it's nice to see you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing really good as well.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Begging for some kind of conversation, begging to see human life, begging to not have to chase said human life for a hello. So it's really nice.
Oh my God! Wait, hold up. Well, listen. There's a lot of Tiffany's out there.
Yeah.
A lot of tulip Tiffany's. Yep.
Are they disgusting?
I
haven't whipped one around just yet.
I mean, word on the street is that they good.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
684, 10-8 in the active.
Are you a tulip Tiffany?
Am I a tulip Tiffany? No, no. But it seems as though everyone's becoming a tulip Tiffany.
Not me.
Are you guys
The
gonna
stallion's
go?
still
10-7,
strong.
I need
No, we ain't gonna get a tulip. Yeah, we went from the Furore Frankies to the Sultan Sallies, the Progress Peters, the Thrax Theodores, and now the Tulip Tiffany's.
Yeah, what's going on?
Nothing much, just...
Come here often?
Oh.
684 traffic stop with a piece of shit looking car northbound on Alligator Avenue underneath the freeway.
baby, I got this churning inside of me just to be next to you all the time.
Oh. Oh, wow.
You got a man's?
No,
Not anymore, it seems.
not at
Uh-oh,
the
what
moment.
happened? What's the tea
What
with
the fuck?
that?
There's
What's
no
that?
tea. There's no tea. There's no tea.
There's no
They
tea.
wish. They can only wish.
Good morning, Ruth. Good morning. Hey, okay. Listen, I don't want to encroach on the hydro.
Yeah,
sac
Peters
too much.
is
I'm gonna
married.
I'm gonna get smoked.
Oh, not
out
the
here.
Tulip Tiffany.
Right, because.
You're blocking the road,
Sorry,
guys.
I'm trying to back up. Can you just back? I just need to.
Oh,
really?
wow.
I just need to. I'm just.
Excuse me, come in.
And we're stuck.
Now
Trying to-
that
I'm-
was excessive.
No, I'm just trying to back up on the curb right here and park legally.
Oh.
You know, I would say you guys are on the wrong side of the road, but you can actually.
Listen, Oakley can never be on the wrong side of anything.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
actually not true.
It is.
Because Oakley.
Shut the fuck up because give it up.
Oakley was
Just
a
give it
Thrax
up.
Theodore.
I'll give you something else.
What?
Don't pretend like you wasn't just wait. Who else in the core?
None of your damn business.
Uh
just
huh.
in
I see a
case.
Furore Frankie in there. Who else?
There's 2 Furore Frankies in here.
Oh, 2 Furore
And
Frankies.
so you know, they're Francescas, by the way.
Eh?
Well, Frankie's still Frankie's still like a girl's name, isn't it?
That is actually true.
It
That is
is,
actually
yeah.
true.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Frankfurt, on the other hand, that would be offensive, you know.
Huh.
Okay, so you were trying to clock my tea. Like, what about the Bugatti?
Hey, you
What
got
about
any
it?
Coke by chance? Not,
Not right now, sorry.
off the books. Okay.
Peters.
Off
But
the
if I get
book.
some, I'll let you know.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go back to MRPD. I need to powder my nose.
Peters.
Peters.
Hey.
Yeah.
What rank
Yeah.
are you?
Sergeant. I'm thinking about stepping down though. I'm thinking about doing the roads.
No, come on. You make it less appealing. Not in that way. I mean, you make being in command, if you're not there, less
You're
desirable.
kind of fucked, roads. You're kind of, well, no. Your department's solid.
Well,
I mean, I don't know. It's like, ugh.
do you know if Turner's gonna try to argue the stuff in court?
He's been, from what I understand, he's been working on some stuff. He actually is considering taking a job. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I should say and what I shouldn't say out of respect.
Well,
for him, you know,
I don't care about anything other than him challenging it. And there's a bigger thing to look at, which is
I was gonna try to rewrite new legislation to do like
well, we don't need it. We don't need it. Think about this. The mayor can appoint a sheriff or chief of police, right? Do you want to know what their means of getting the old one out is? An ACR.
Yeah, they can't fire. They can only appoint.
Oh, they did. They fired him.
Well,
Illegally.
again, that's the thing.
So why don't we ACR? Why don't you ACR? I don't want to ACR the mayor. I hope you guys both understand how I was in my first 3 months was relentlessly gone after and tried to be removed from my position. And the thing I bitched about, I don't want to become.
No. Peters, you don't have to do anything. Turner has to do it because Turner was the one that was removed.
Well, he's not doing shit.
Well, we need to
He
push him
needs
to do it.
for the better of the PD, not even for himself, so
Why are
that
you
these
telling me
bounds
this?
can be.
Tell him.
But if I
You
run
need
it to
to tell him
Turner,
too.
I've already told him. But we need to get him grouped together with everyone to explain. He knows. He's not dumb. But like
not even
we
for
can't.
Turner to get his position back, but just to get these bounds figured out by law and to stop the overstepping.
Again, I'm just saying. I know for a fact their defense is going to be.
Ruth, you remember what happened when you tried to stand up to the mayor?
Yeah, I got investigated for treason.
And then you left the city
Oh,
for
and I got
17
pushed
months.
for a long fucking time.
Okay, and I missed you.
Needed the hate
Point
to die
being,
down.
the mayor can't say, "I can't fire him," because there is a legal means of doing so, which is an ACR. Problem solved.
To be fair, I feel like a Max mayor versus a Michael mayor, very different mayors to go up against.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Michael's kind of a bitch.
Yeah, I went up against,
Like,
you know.
It's like you raise your voice at him and he fucking folds like a baby, like a cheap beach chair.
You know, I guess that happens under the full weight of democracy pressing against him.
I'm not even the full weight of democracy. I'm just a fucking asshole.
That's true.
Well,
it's pretty accurate.
Hmm.
The thing is, the mayors keep doing this. Everybody's accepting that, you know, this is within their power. Somebody just needs to challenge it, not even for themselves, but for the better of the PD. Because if this is the way it's going to be, then at least that clarification is there on exactly how the process works.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I think there needs to be checks and balances for, I mean, whatever. I mean, technically, you could ACR the mayor off the rip. He was literally fucking gone for 2 weeks and not fulfilling his duties. He placed Charles Danger, and never mind. I don't.
Who's Charles Danger?
So before you can ACR, and here's where he'd be fucked. Before you can attempt to ACR someone, you need to have already tried like a reasonable means to resolve the situation. And if Turner was blindsided by him being fired, that clearly didn't happen. So
in the ACR process, again, he doesn't get to choose.
Well, then I guess I could ACR, or then I could ACR the mayor if I wanted to.
Yeah, but the thing is, we don't need to ACR him. What we're saying is, if he wants to get rid of a currently appointed chief of police or sheriff, their means of doing so is an ACR. So we can say he doesn't have the authority to fire. Anyone does. If they go down the route of an ACR and it's determined by the DOJ that that's appropriate. You see what I'm getting at here? There is a check and balance. He just didn't go through the process. None of the mayors have, and it's become the norm. But that's not how it's written. Anyone who says, well, if they can appoint, then surely they can fire. If there's a vacancy, and a vacancy would happen in the event where they are taken out of their position as a result of an ACR and impeachment. Any government entity, any law enforcement officer, anyone in any position like that can be ACR'd.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing is the mayor can appoint if he had gone through the process to ACR Turner. He did not. He overstepped that process and chose for himself, which is not within the bounds of his job. I believe has every other chief just willingly stepped down?
No. No, they've just been replaced. And again, it's always awkward.
No, Moss just...
Okay, well, I'm not talking about just chief, sheriff specifically, but they're pretty much identical in this context.
Yeah, yeah.
They've just been replaced. It wasn't
and nobody's just questioned it.
It wasn't a, would you like to step down? It's so-and-so is now the sheriff.
That's where, like, I know Turner isn't gonna want to, like, challenge it for himself, and I feel like that's going to be the biggest battle, is getting him to realize it's not for himself, it's for the future of the PD, for the PD to be able to have this process actually set in stone and not just based on assumptions.
And Peters, to further this, it actually strengthens our argument for a potential commissioner on the basis that it says for authority conduct reviews, this includes...
Commissioner's a bad idea.
Well, hear me out.
I've always thought that, because one person shouldn't hold the keys. I think it needs to be like 3 people.
Well, it can be. Okay, also, Ruth laughing is kind of funny because of 3 captains. Anyways, it states for authority conduct reviews, this includes but is not limited to government entity command groups, which means if that role is created, it still applies to them.
So that's where, like,
which
if there was
be
commissioner...
They could be fired.
There should be the ACR route, but I believe if there ever was a commissioner, there should also be a popular vote as well, where if, like, a vote of no confidence, where if, like, certain amount of people don't believe in that person in that role, they can vote them out.
And 9?
Here's your copy. Peters, are you on radio?
Yeah, send it.
Sorry, am I good to get a cordless gun?
I don't know.
Approved.
I'm just a sergeant.
Copy.
I fucking hate that people have to ask for those.
I just
make sure you put it away when you're done.
I tell them. Well, I used to tell them if they lose it, they're
Copy that.
suspended for 3 days. But I don't know what I could do as a sergeant.
You can put it in your lock storage in your vehicle as soon as you conclude its use. But if you're giving it to a mechanic, number one, make sure you get it back, then put it in your lock storage. Doesn't matter if the battery goes bad there, but if someone else wants to use it in the meantime, you can hand it off to them as long as they follow the same directions. Also, Peter's vehicles are driving differently again.
Good night, everyone. Goodbye.
For context, my scout with the Yo did 137, and I now officially need an 8-speed to hit 180s.
Oh
which
yeah,
I never
that
needed
changed. Didn't that change yesterday?
No.
Like after the storm, it did. Yeah. 'Cause
no. Yesterday with the stock, I was still doing 180s. So something has changed since.
Again, wait, because yesterday the cars were going 137.
Correct. And then storm hit for the meeting.
Storm, and it went 180.
Yep, I was doing 190 in this with a stock 6-speed auto.
Oh, okay.
And then today I only hit 137 with the stock 6-speed, put an 8-speed, and I can do 180s again.
I would say, for anything, just give it a couple days before you start making a lot of changes.
You guys
to your
got
car,
any
'cause otherwise it
weed?
gets confusing.
You guys got any weed?
Peters, are you gonna become a drug addict because you're not ass chief now?
Look at my face.
Peters, it's gonna be okay.
Let that answer all your questions. Let that answer all your questions.
Oh my god, fucking Peters. Trying to get yourself fired?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You've been eating well recently.
Did you see?
Big appetite?
You see
What
my
have you
face?
been eating?
You might look through your eyes.
What is that? Is that a piercing? Is it? Peters. The baby powder? I know you have a baby.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I just woke up this way. So apparently.
You woke up like this?
I woke up like this.
I think it's flawless.
Oh.
Peters, listen, bud. It's gonna be okay. Now, how was the demotion? Like,
I mean, I think it was professional. I think. Here's the thing. I think.
Do you think it was actually her directive, or was this the mayor?
Ruby actually demote?
Yeah, Ruby did it. It was very. I feel like there were some sideways remarks made that I couldn't say that they were sideways, even they were. I was told that I was defeated, and that I just, didn't know if I wanted to be command anymore. It was like felt like somebody was trying to gaslight me. That's not good at gaslighting.
My issue with Ruby has always been she doesn't know how to make the hard decisions, so I'm actually surprised.
I'm still of the mindset that I don't think it's a fair assumption just based upon when she was high command. It was a far different time. So I would like to see how things are.
I just remember situations of disciplining people, and she was the one who never wanted to give daps.
I'm gonna say this. I think Ruby, like, as much shit as I talk, I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, especially with what Moss and I went through. I mean, fuck, you went through it too, I'd rather just be like, all right, cool, I support you. I don't agree. I don't agree with everything that took place. I still don't. But it's like one of those things. Like, what are you gonna do? Fucking, and if I don't follow, like, respect the position, then like what am I even fucking preaching when I was high command?
I mean, the biggest thing also I think with her is, or anybody that gets appointed, they're not.
Hello.
Hi, Rose. I'm just letting you know I fixed up that notebook subpoena that's coming back to you since you were the one that signed it before.
All right.
And if you wouldn't mind, the phone subpoena should be ready for review as well.
I don't know if I can get to the phone one because I'm going 42.
Oh, good.
Is it urgent?
Not desperately.
Okay. Then I'm going to recommend finding someone else who is available, just because I am pretty much leaving right now.
That is all good.
What was adjusted in the prior to this one?
In the notebook one, it should be the last line, and it's been changed to officers believe it's more than likely that the notebook will provide further evidence of what is happening to Mr. Fairlady today.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be honest. I actually think, just on the basis of the context, this could have been a warrantless search.
I thought so as well, but also I was being careful because it all happened within a property, so I wanted to be careful about it.
Yeah, no, you're definitely valid in that. Give me
It's
a
easy to be safe
memento.
than sorry to get sued and the evidence thrown out.
Oh yeah, who are we gonna get sued by? Actually, were there any prints or anything on that book?
Yes, there were. It's not DNA we have on file though, but it's associated with previous attacks.
Okay. Do you? Give me 1 second.
The thing that's
Guys, I'm going 42. Y'all have a good one.
Night, Rose.
There was mention of DNA being found on notes, coming back to, I think it was Tommy Payne, that were left at some of the properties. Now, I don't know if that is just a matter of like he picked up a note, read it, and then put it back down, but he's my neighbor in the barrio, apparently, I found out. And I found out because I received a notification saying that my house is being broken into. I arrive and I see a vehicle that that was right in front of my property, and I didn't get a plate. I was having some problems, but the interesting thing is this person was claiming to be someone who I'm 90% certain they were not. But Tommy Payne is typically wearing a dog mask, and this person was not wearing a dog mask. They were in all black with duct tape wrapped all around their head. And I'm assuming it's Tommy. I can't be certain, but the reason of the assumption is, number one, the person was right by a sultan. Tommy has 2 sultans, or at least did. Number 2, again, Tommy owns the property right next door from me. So I don't know if we got a statement from Rainer, but he was in a sultan.
I believe Rain is currently in the ICU.
ICU, okay. If and when we do get a statement,
684-76,
I would really like to have it clarified what vehicle he was taken in, alongside what or who he suspects to be involved. Because if it is Tommy, again, he's my neighbor in the barrio. I live at 356. He lives at 355. But yeah, I gotta go 42. If you're unable to find someone when I get back on duty, it's gonna be at least 4 hours from now, unfortunately. But when I get back on duty, I can take a look at it. You good, Remy? Remy? If you're saying anything, I can't hear you. You good?
Hello?
Oh, there you go.
Now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
There we go.
I almost panicked. I thought you were like being held up or something. You put the phone down.
Yep. I was talking, but I couldn't hear you, and I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Yep. Oh, I love that. But yeah, I was listening to that. So he was next to you at the bar. Like,
I suspect it to be him. I can't confidently say it was him.
Another thought I'm thinking about going down, probably not tonight, because I'm getting towards the end of my run myself. Probably only got another couple hours at me. Was because we had the phone number that's been taunting the individuals. I would go for a click lover's subpoena to see if we have record of who purchased this number.
Yeah, I mean,
because that would also be interesting.
I agree, as long as the texts are like threats, like
Oh,
that can't.
they texted a direct photo of Rainer sitting in that bathtub after they'd cut into him to his friends.
Then yeah, I firmly believe that would be enough. In terms of involvement.
I was just gonna start with the basic phone subpoena because then I can actually say these were the texts we found on this phone, like
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
But yep.
All right. I have to go. But yeah, if no one has looked at it, I should be back around in like 4 hours or so. I can likely take a look at it at that time. But if someone else is around to do so, definitely have them take a look.
Yeah, easy. I'll see if I can get someone to. Thank you, though.
No problem. Let me just make sure that
6040 EMS,
this
you copy?
got re-signed. Book.
6040 EMS, do you copy?
Yes.
I'm gonna need you up in Vinewood
Okay.
Hills. I believe we got
It is signed.
I'm not sure what this is, but
I gotta go.
body in the back,
Have a good
and
one,
it looks
Remy.
like he's got a stitch under his ribcage.
Bye.
Okay.
All right, chat. Who do I send y'all off to? Who is live? Kino is live. She's streaming Raid. Do you guys want to continue watching GTA or do you want to watch WoW? That's the question. All right, I'm gonna send y'all off to Kina. Chat, I'll be live tomorrow. Sundays are typically pretty slow, so we'll see how that goes. Go show Kina some love. We're gonna go raid and WoW. My parses recently have been pretty solid. Again, appreciate y'all. And y'all have a good one. Peace. Join the Discord. Follow me on Twitter and also Twitch. And waste your prime on me.